Well, it's Friday, September 7th, maybe, and just out here running my mile with Barley. So we just got back from the football game, and I thought maybe see those flecks. That's rain. It's just wet. Everything is wet. So it's like 60 degrees right now, 95% humidity. And tomorrow morning for our run, Wabash half marathon, Shenandoah, Iowa, it's supposed to be about the same. So that should be pretty exciting. In other news, there's a car without their lights on. Oh, they just turned them on. So, yep. So tomorrow we'll get up at about 5 o'clock, and when my mom gets to our house between 5:30 and 5:45, we'll be headed up to the race. So I'm sure we'll talk to you in the car on the way up there.
Back in the car, headed to another race, and we have not been in the car headed to a race since early June, and we're in jackets this time. Yay! It feels so nice outside. We are headed to, well, right now we're headed to Shenandoah, Iowa, to get on a bus to head to Imogene to start the Wabash Trace half marathon. And this has been the September race that has kind of kicked off fall race season for us for the past 3 years. But this is our first time doing the half marathon. 3 years ago, we did a co-ed marathon relay team just to kind of check out the race and see what it was all about. Super fun. Super stressful to put together a relay team and a lot of like just logistical things, but it was super duper fun. And then last year, and I was pregnant with Hatcher for that, but we won. I think we were one of only 2 co-ed teams.
No, we were that good. We were that good.
We did come in right after a all-male, like high school age cross-country relay team, and I was the youngest on our team. Anyway, so then last year I put together an all-female relay team, and it was so complicated and hard to get together a full relay team that one of our runners actually had to run 2 legs, which isn't that big of a deal because she is a marathoner anyway, and she needed to get more miles for her long run that day. But Kenneth ran the full last year, and that was his first full marathon. And actually our runner who did multiple legs ended up kind of supporting him through the end of the race, which was kind of cool. So did the marathon.
She all but carried me like the last 2 miles because I just blew up
because
I started way too fast.
Because he started running with our first leg runner, who has no control with his speed.
And who's a lot faster than us. That's Chris.
So today is going to be much different, at least for me, more relaxed. So we're doing the half marathon for the first time, which I've been really excited to do, just because the half marathon seems like the perfect distance, in my opinion, for this trail and for this race, because it's not a huge race, and so like you'll see a few people while you're running, but it's not like shoulder to shoulder. I tend to enjoy bigger races. They go by faster for me, and so I don't think I would want to do a longer than half marathon in this particular type of race.
And it's on a crushed limestone trail, and a bike trail, and it's been raining the past 17 years, so...
And by that he means 7 days.
Yeah, well, it's kind of wet, so the trail's gonna be wet, but I mean, it's not gonna be real nice on the feet
But I'm excited because this race tends to bring together a pretty laid back running crowd, which is really fun. And the full marathon is actually a Boston qualifier, and so it's always really fun for me, kind of inspiring to see the end and to see the people who qualify for Boston. Last year there was an individual who made this their 50th marathon, and they were doing the 50 States Challenge, and so you know, it's always just fun to kind of feel like you're part of that. So we're doing the half marathon, but the tricky part is that we actually, for Kenneth's 50-mile training and for my marathon training, we both need to do more than 13 miles today for our training plans. So what's your total mileage you need to do today?
I can't remember. If yours is 16, mine's 17.
Mine's 17.
And mine's 16. So.
Okay, so our plan is, and mine actually, when I saw my training plan landed, that this run ran on this day, or it landed on this day, it's actually like really perfect because my actual training plan says 17 miles, mid 13 race pace. So I was like, well, that's perfect. So I'll warm up 2 miles before, and then hopefully simulate my marathon race pace, which right now I'm still hoping for that to be 9-minute miles. But I don't know, we'll see if my hip cooperates. And then
run a couple miles at the end.
Yeah, and then just cool down, which might look a little more like wogging, but I don't even care because we'll do the miles. So
and I'm gonna run like a crazy person because this is, I think, the only like good chance for a half marathon this year to maybe run a PR or close to a PR. So, and it's pretty flat except for the last like 2 or 3 miles. So I'm gonna try and just run really stupid fast and see what happens. So I know it's not super competitive event. The marathoners can be pretty competitive, the top of the pack there, because they're trying to BQ, but the half marathon isn't as much. So I don't know, I'm just gonna run really fast and see what happens. So plus I don't ever get to run fast with the 50-mile training plan, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna blow up and it's gonna be exciting.
Stupid.
Yeah, that too. So, but we're almost there. So.
Yep, it is 6:57. The bus taking us to the start leaves Shenandoah at 7:15. So here we go. I think Kenneth's gonna do updates throughout the run.
Yep. Well, we made it on the bus, so it's only about 5 minutes late. So we'll see how the running before the race starts goes. So, but that's about it. It's a nice bus ride. Hooray! That's all I have, really. Good news. It's not pouring rain.
And we don't have garbage bags on the top of us.
And we're not wearing garbage bags.
Let me assist you.
All right, well, we got our packets picked up, got fancy bibs on, and just running a couple miles here up the trace. So it's real pretty.
Perfect.
Yeah, really nice weather right now.
Oh my goodness.
So there's a slight breeze. It will be at our backs once we get started, so that'll be cool. So literally, yeah. So should be good. Gonna be a nice run. So yeah. Oh, bad news. You have to ford the river, so it's gonna be a tough one. I'm just kidding, we start down there, so. 1 mile in. According to the sign, Imogene was founded 1879. We just ran through that tiny town 3 times to get started. And now we're on the gravel road, headed out to the trail. I'm running way too fast. Mile 2. I didn't look to see what time was on the trail. getting hot though. 5.3. Mile 6. We're at 8:30 pace. Stopped, took a rock out of my shoe, so slowed me down a little bit. But let's see. Not feeling the 7:30s right now, but let's see what happens. Well, that's mile 7. Back to a 8:10 pace. So let's see. Pick it up just a little bit here. Still doing all right though. That Gatorade tasted good. So. River's up. Okay, mile 8. I'm back on pace. I might make it. It's gonna be close. Trying. Mile 9. So just got another drink of Gatorade. 4 miles left. Let's see what I can do. 10-mile mark. 3.1 more miles to go. Yep. That's averaging 8-minute pace, so just gonna finish her out. Like a 142. We'll see. Something like that. Oh, still all right. Mile 11. Town now. 2 more miles left. Whew, I'm feeling it. 8:25. Mile 12. We're in town, so it's hilly. But only a little over a mile left. Good morning. Whoa, way off pace. Oh well. First place marathon. 22:15. Look, she is right there. Just started running back. Good job, Megan. Just around the corner. Good job, babe.
Megan. Right to captain and pack.
Alright, we're putting our stuff in the pilot. Got 2 more miles to run here, so I'm
trying not to drink the bug that's in my water.
trying to get them done. Megan's hurrying.
Right.
Oh yeah, no I am. Megan's dumping the rocks out of her shoes, which is important.
Only fair. Are you doing 2 with me?
Huh?
You gonna do 2 more with me?
Yeah. And then 8 tomorrow, I think.
Oh,
Alright, here we go.
okay.
But yeah, those little hills when we stopped running around through imaging through the town, that was silly. That was absolutely ridiculous. Like,
Not fun.
no. You ran like 10 feet and then turned up the hill and then ran 100 feet and then turned. That was crazy. And all the people in front of me, who were way faster than me, were like jogging down the hills. So I had to pass them all because I didn't want to not run with good running form down the hill.
I was trying just not to fall.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was just running forward. I was just leaning forward and focusing on picking my feet up off the ground. So that was interesting. The trail was nice though. I almost fell in one spot. I slipped.
Oh my goodness, this breeze.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it is.
My legs. Look at an ice bath. I was impressed with like very consistent.
Yeah.
Every little bit in town cropping for you.
Yeah, there was nice amount of people in town. Even with all those hills. And the hills in town weren't even that bad. They were just deceptive because you've just been running flat for so long.
That's true. Yeah, then when you started going downhill, your legs didn't know how to handle it. It was like the longest mile.
Oh yeah, this is Denison, Iowa mile. Not Denison. What town is that? No, the town where. Oh yeah, it was Ottawa. Yeah, it's the Ottawa mile right here. And now we've hit the course. Turn this off. It's our post-run stretch, right, Harper?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Walking the dog.
That's right.
Mom.
It's important to have your post-run stretching. Walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job, Hatcher. Stretch, Hatcher.
Hatcher. Hatcher, stretch.
No. You coming, Hinton? Yeah. Harper.
I'm not.
Hatcher.
I'm not coming because I won't go home. I'm going to check on Hatcher.
Okay, that's really kind of you.
Okay. That's okay.
Mommy and Barley are up there. Good morning. It's Sunday the 9th. The day after the Wabash half marathon. So I am out running 10 miles out here on the gravel road. So it's about 8:10 or so in the morning. It's a pretty nice morning. So I've got long sleeves on right now. I'm gonna head back to the house in about another mile and a half and shed that. So this is it's a good thing it's really nice outside, because I'm not really digging the 10 miles after running 16 and a half yesterday. That's pretty hard. So, but got some good sleep last night, and actually got like 8 hours of sleep, which is a miracle. So, but listening to Science of Ultra this morning, and they're talking about biomechanics and heel drop and stuff on shoes, which is pretty cool. So they're just talking about how you shouldn't have much of a heel drop, basically is what they're saying. Right now they're talking about how much your foot expands, how much your foot size changes when running ultras, and how if you run basically more than 60-70 miles, your foot can swell up to a size and a half, 7 millimeters, so which is pretty crazy. But I've never experienced any foot swelling, but I've never ran further than 30 miles, so yep. So just getting my steps, getting my miles in, and enjoying the nice morning. So Megan's taking care of the kids and getting them ready for church. So that's about it. I'll probably check in at another point. I mean, just look how nice it is. It's a really nice morning. So that's about all I know. I'll talk later. Well, I just finished my 10 miles. At about mile 6 or so, came back home and stopped and helped finish getting the kids ready for church. So I had a nice little break there. But just ran my last mile at 7:30 pace, so that was nice. That felt good. Definitely time for some recovery efforts here. So I need some water and food and stretching. So I'm thankful that I only have to run a mile tomorrow. But that's about it. We'll see if Megan has any post-race comments the next day. So I know she's feeling kind of sore. But got to go to work here just a little bit, and then baby shower this afternoon, all sorts of stuff to do. So we'll see. That's about it. Talk to you later. Oh yeah, this running back-to-back thing is going to be a killer. So 16 and a half or so miles yesterday and 10 today. That's 26 miles. That's a marathon, but that's some killer miles. I mean, that's just a bunch of miles. So I'm gonna have to really make sure I'm taking care of myself so I don't get hurt. I don't want that to happen. So Megan and I also applied to be pacers for a race in November. So we'll see if that works out, because that'll be cool. So it'd be really neat if we pace the same group, but I don't know if that'll happen.